Hey, Coach Jack Daniels of the Boxers Trainers Channel, and I look to be a little blurry on this podcast, but that's okay. We're gonna have to get through it anyway. Coach Jack Daniels of the Boxers Trainers Channel, and this should be considered as breaking news. Today, um, I was watching a podcast, and um, Blair Cobbs was a part of the conversation in the podcast. Right. The conversation was between Bill Haney and the Flair Cobbs. Blair the, Blair the Flair Cobbs was um, justifying why it was okay to call Devin Haney BICTH because he opted to sue Ryan Garcia for the PEDs and the totality of the accusations alleged in the lawsuit against Ryan Garcia. Now, LaFleur Cobbs took the position that it was a bitch move for uh, the the Haney team to sue Ryan Garcia. That was not a boxing move; it was a bitch move, as the case is with Blair Cobbs, and those were his feelings. Now, in that conversation, Blair Cobbs, I don't know if he realized the importance of the statement he made, as I will reveal it. I don't know if he knows the importance of what he said, which in retrospect justifies why a boxer, especially a boxer, should sue for damages if he has been injured. Injured means in the sense that a promoter contracted him for $1 million, $50 million, $20 million, or whatever the case may be, and the promoter failed to exercise the legitimacy of the contract that was made, right? So here's the deal. Blair Cobbs stated on the record, as it pertained to the conversation they were having about uh, the suit between uh, Devin Haney, Team Haney, Ron Garcia, and Golden Boy Promotion. Blair Cobbs alleged that Golden Boy Promotion, Oscar De La Hoya included, owes him $1 million. Now, I'm like, you couldn't be saying in one instance that um, Devin the Dream Haney and Team Haney are bitches because they elected to civically hold Ryan Garcia accountable in a court of law. Now, first of all, let me say this. In this country that we live in, we are ruled up under the notion that this country is founded on law, and that is a fact, right? You are not going to argue me down about that not being a fact, right? I can say that because I have been involved in the justice system, right? And that is the first thing the district attorney or the opposing party will tell you when you bring up an issue about the law, right? This country is founded on the rule of law, right? So I said that to say this, right? Now, what should Bill and Devin Haney should have did, in y'all's opinion, right? Should they have sucked it up and made no accusations, sucked it up, and let Golden Boy Promotions and Ryan Garcia get away with violating their constitutional rights under the rule of law? Is that what is supposed to transpire here? Now, I make mention of this only because it would appear to anybody with a sensible understanding about what is right and what is wrong, what would they have done if they would have been in a position, note that we live in a capitalist, we live up under capitalist rule, right? And that means that if you put yourself in a position where you violate a person's right, you have the right, up under the rule of law, to take them to civil court, be it that it's a civil issue or a criminal court if it's a criminal element involved in the case. So, that being said, who has the right to tell a person that they are bitches or that they are weak because they fall up under the capitalist rule, right? Everybody falls up under the capitalist rule. The capitalist rule means if you put yourself in a position that you violate another person's rights, right, you have the absolute right to be sued. Common sense. I've sued insurance companies, know for certain that I will sue, right? And I will sue anybody that puts themselves in a position that they are tailor-made for a lawsuit. Okay, come on, man. That's what people do with a business assertion about themselves. So all these accusations, these flying accusations about bitchness and weakness, right, man? Come on, man. Grow up. Get a life. You know what I mean? But let's get back to Blair the Flair Cobb. Blair the Flair said that Ryan Garcia, no, excuse me, that Golden Boy promotion, Oscar De La Hoya included, owes him $1 million. Now, I am here to tell Blair the Flair Cobbs that Anthony, the statute of limit. Let me be little bit more diplomatic in a sense that this needs to sound horrible. If in the event that you haven't been duped into believing that it was okay for Golden Boy Promotions and Oscar De La Hoya and team to take $1 million for you and you didn't do nothing about it, and the sticking point is, if you have sit back and waited for the statute of limitation to run its course so you won't be in a position to sue for that $1 million, but you is a damn fool. No disrespect intended. This goes to any boxer, anybody in the boxing a world that it has been misrepresented by a contract or by a promoter, even in the sense that it's not a written contract. If you have a strong verbal commitment by a promoter and you can, per se, make the claim that this was presented to you during the course of the conversation, you have a legitimate right to sue. It doesn't necessarily mean that the contract has to be in writing. I can say that because I sued for $52,000 on a contractor that I contracted to finish this house that I'm in right now. Right? He did half the work after I gave him $80,000 and packed up and left. Right? His position was, oh, we don't have a written contract, man. So what are you going to do? My position was, you don't really know the law, because if you did, you would have made that statement. A written contract is a good thing, but a verbal contract is just as good as a handshake. Now, I can say that because me, personally, I went into court with a verbal handshake and won without a written contract. That's all I'm just saying. Blair the Flair, if you can hear me, get my phone number from Bill Haney, and if in the event that the statute of limitation hasn't run its course on that $1 million, call me. Call me. I'm quite sure you and anybody else that's listening to this podcast would be of the opinion that the Box Trainer Channel, Jack Daniels must know something about law. You're damn right. I do. I know uh, uh, the law is almost as good as I know boxing. And I know some boxing. You better listen to me and hear what I'm saying. And that goes for anybody out there that has been violated, that they have been stolen. I mean, come on, that's what that ends up being. That ends up that you have been deprived of your financial gains, right? When a person tells you something, right, written or otherwise, and they don't feel their obligation uh, to what they said, and you perform the service of the agreement, look, stop letting people walk over y'all. You know what I'm saying? Stop it. Do what a man would do, like Bill and Devin Haney did, and so. And so, now there's a lot of cats out there say, man, I would punch drunk is what I'm with. And punch drunk credibility with me took a huge hit, especially this day after he had a conversation with Bill Haney about this same particular issue. And I just lost a lot of respect for uh, Punch Drunk, aka what is that nuts, aka moonshine. So I'm just keeping it real. 100. Anybody out there that a promoter has taken the liberty of depriving them of an obligation, written or otherwise, contact Bill Haney and tell Bill Haney to put you in contact with the Boxers Trainers Channel and Jack Daniels. I guarantee you, for a percentage of that change that is owed you, I am going to figure out a way to get that money. If I have to do it myself, or I have to get an attorney to fulfill the obligation of whatever the contract was or the written agreement was. So that being said, man, I think that I have gotten that off my chest, right? And I appreciate it if uh, those that are listening, that if they have boxing people that have been wronged by a promoter or otherwise, get the information. Some of it is on my podcast. Um, email me or call me, and I'll exercise due diligence and do everything I can to right this wrong. That being said, man, I need y'all to hit the subscription button. Stop faking and playing. Drop a comment in the comment section and tell me what you think about. Is it appropriate to sue when you've been wronged or not? And share my video with your friends and relatives. I really don't care if y'all don't help me get my numbers up where I need them to be. Because I am going to stick around because this is what I do. I help people. I tell the truth. You know what I mean? I open up doors. A lot of people are asleep, right? They're man, when Blair said Oscar De La Hoya owed him $1 million, and he laughed about it, and I was like, I was stunned. I'm like, what do you mean he owe you $1 million? You didn't go after him? That's a legal term. You didn't go after him? Give me a break, man. Keep following the channel, man, because I got something to say. And I got something to say that a lot of people need to hear. You know what I'm saying? This is the art of the act and the art of truth telling. You know what I'm saying? Keeping it 101% real. You feel me? Look, I got to get up out of here. But y'all, oh, man, let me see it. Let me see it. If anybody out there that student, Brad student, Rose. Shout out to y'all in the chat, and I appreciate you 100% for stepping in and supporting the channel. Don't forget to hit that like button. Don't forget to hit the subscription button and leave it there. A couple of y'all cats fell off the wagon and took your name out took your support away. Oh, that's okay if that's the way you feel. But at the end of the day, why would you do that? I mean, you mad at somebody else and you took it out on the channel? Man, come on, man. Let's grow up together, right? You boxers out there, especially you boxers out there that's been wrong, holla at me, man. I guarantee you, I'm gonna help you. And it ain't just for me; it's for y'all personally. But I'm serving. I'm giving y'all service for um, a percentage of the take. You understand what I'm saying? So that being said, if you have any questions about the validity of my expertise when it comes to the law, my boxing expertise, my training expertise, if you can get to Bill Haney, ask Bill Haney. Bill Haney will tell you the truth about Coach Jack Daniels. He'll tell you the truth. Like, oh, why don't why Bill O'Haney don't never go in? Because I ain't the one to be asking people for help, right? I'm a man, and I believe in standing on my own 2 feet. You know what I mean? That doesn't take away anything from my relationship with Bill Haney, right? That's still my boy. You know what I'm saying? If Bill want to come on, he can come on. If he don't, I ain't gonna change my feelings towards Bill, right? Because Bill know me, right? Bill know what type of real African I am, right? I represent that which is right. I represent the black man. You know what I'm saying? No disrespect to any other race, because I'm definitely not a racist. Been through that, done that. You know what I'm saying? And those days have been suppressed, right? I'm an equal opportunist, and I believe in sharing with everybody, knowledge or otherwise, right? You know, you people that still hold on to those beliefs that because the color of your skin might be different, that you better. Yeah, hey, look, let me tell you this as a certainty. That don't make you better, right? That makes you feel that you better. But at the end of the day, we, humanity, came contrary to the pigmentation of your skin. We all came from the same virginity. You know what I'm saying? When I say virginity, we all came from the same hole. Y'all go, oh, he got to be out of his mind. Yeah. We all came from the same Whole Foods. So stop being ignorant. You know what I'm saying? Do some deep dive surfing for some education when it comes to where we all originated from. And I guarantee you that the truth will set you free. That being said, y'all, got to go. Enjoy myself some terrible. Later.